weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Photo poor, so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed a TDE. Gang, gang, gang. Know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due, I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me, that's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. I ball like MLB, these Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key.
Wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be fielded inside the 5. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, it's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is. But to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one. Going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And Lance now to throw. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
There's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in here by Fuller. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Check you.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are on the board first here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Tua going to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Tua now on 1st down. And Hill with it over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though. Hold it.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. And Charles is deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Lance getting this out wide to Ayuk. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to it.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense? on the spot on almost every snap. If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now a play fake. Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Niners had 3-8 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
On the set. 7-7, our score after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. Still going. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And taken down just shy of the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
17.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. On 2nd and 9, Tua. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Little striker. Long red.
From the gun, it's Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Lance. Here's Fuller with a catch. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards.
Ready. Check. Hurt.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 60. And the 49ers are back within a score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Hurry.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Tua. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Tua now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And the slot man goes in motion left. To throw again on second down. Tua. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Here's Mostert. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, second and goal. One more time with Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go, set. Strike.
A final shot before half for Lance. Forced out to his left. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Now Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
52.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tua. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And the kick here no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. And that flag accepted. Sanders now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Ready?
Off of play action. Here's Lance. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And Lance going to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And this returnable for Hill. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. And Wilson with it, complete. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Tua setting up shop to throw again. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something to develop slowly. It's got to be right at them.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Lance. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. Down at the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take possession of the football and have it at their 36-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Sanders on for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line. Let's go.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hey, go Fears.
Throwing now is Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. Lance now on 1st down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Lance. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got a man. That's Ayuk. So 5 yards here. 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line. Let's go now. Striker. 3-3.
On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and good. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on everything.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
49ers 21.
The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st down here at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 72 yards rushing now from Mostert as he picks up a first down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Right, 97.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Ready?
Up the middle they go with Mostert. Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Tua going to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Sanders now to add the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Here we go.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Lance. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Desperation time here. Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. But this is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to split that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for the Dolphins, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a bro like me. Military mind stated, and I keep a in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.